Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi, my name is Natasha and it's fantastic to have you here. So for today's video, we are flipping through and reviewing the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle cards by Colette Baron-Reid. This is a 52 card deck and a guidebook, and it is published by Hay House. I have had this for quite some time, and it's been a minute since I've played around with it, but I actually enjoyed it. So, the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle cards is an inspirational tool to bridge the unseen world of spirit and the physical world of our day-to-day lives. Based on the rich mythology of ancient Britain's Isle of Avalon and the wisdom teachings of its priestesses, these cards and the accompanying guidebook will help you find valuable and powerful insights in all its aspects of life as you chart your path and manifest your destiny with clarity and purpose. Their use will shed light on what has been, what needs illumination in the present, and what will weave patterns into the future. The deck will help you to discover the potential of your own intuition as you follow the omens and symbols of the goddess, the kingdom of the fairies, Merlin, and the priestess of magical Avalon. See into your future and discover what more you need to know. All right, cover illustration Gary A. Lippincott, and design Amy Rose Grigoriou. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Okay, so your standard Hay House box. Okay, nothing in particular inside. There is the guidebook, and here's the cards. So before we get to the cards, I just want to show you the inside of this guidebook. It has a lot of information, which is fantastic. So the contents here, how to use the card, and then we have a single 3-card and 5-card spread, which is awesome. And then each card has a group. So we have the Messengers of Avalon, the Animal Guides of Avalon, the Guides of Fairy, and then the Sacred Journey markers. So it's really interesting, and then it goes into the meanings. It's really interesting because it does take that mythology of Avalon and Arthur, I believe, King Arthur, that sort of a thing. I believe that's what's in here because there's Merlin in here. So, and then the back has some notes. So yay, I'm excited. Here is the back. Isn't that fun? I love the Celtic knotting, the little cup and the moon, and look, it's foiled, gold foiling on the edges, and you can see how worn it is by when I've used it. So, but again, $18.99, not a bad price for 52 cards and a guidebook. The cardstock is actually pretty nice. It's not terribly thin, it snaps back, and it's flexible. So I'm happy with the cardstock. Now let's go through Sir Merlin. So it does have the title, what it is, so the Messenger of Avalon, and then some keywords here and a number. So you can quickly and easily identify the card in the guidebook. I love this one. She's got her broom, all the herbs. It's just a fun deck to have like a theme with, because it definitely tackles all of the aspects that you would want in a oracle card. And it's super beginner friendly. This is an older deck. This has been out for a while. I don't quite know the original year, but I know it's been out for a while. Animal Guides of Avalon. This is again where I really like this deck because it incorporates a lot of different aspects. So now we have animals. Love this owl so much. His face just, I love it. He's like, what are you wanting from me? Like, really? Furry spider. Oh, and this is one of my favorites. The little bee. Oh. They're standard Hay House Oracle size cards too. So not too big, not too small. And I don't mind the border because it's not distracting. You get a real, like, 3/4 or more of the card with the image. And then up here you have all of the information you need. So it doesn't really bother me that there's some borders going on. I love the style of image, art style here too. The dragon. I need to rewatch that show Merlin. I always say it when it's like, when we have like kind of Knights of the Round Table themed decks. I know there's another Mists of Avalon deck that I've reviewed, and it just gives me the Merlin vibes, that show from BBC. If you have not checked it out, check it out. It's a bunch of fun. There's a talking dragon, and it's just really, really intriguing. The CGI is not the best, but you know, what can you do? So here we have the guides of fairy. And there is a little bit of diversity, which I can appreciate. I really enjoy seeing that, especially in the older decks. It's really nice to have those. The goblin. All right, and here are the Sacred Journey markers. So for this deck, I feel like it's a really good all-around deck, especially for those of you who like the Avalon topic and the Merlin topic. I feel like this is a great deck just for anything that you're looking to get information through. So you can use this for a daily pull. You can use this for just a basic tarot oracle deck reading. Or you can use it in tandem with your tarot deck. Use it for journaling. It's just beautiful. I mean, honestly, there isn't really a Colette Baron-Reid deck that I have disliked. Now, these don't have keywords on them. They do have symbols, and maybe we'll get into that a little bit if we pull a card here and read from the guidebook. But they're markers, so they're big moments, right? They're journey moments. Love these little mushrooms. All right, and the last card, mystery. So we'll shuffle and then we'll pull a card, read from the guidebook. Standard procedure here. There's one on the table. So it shuffles just fine. I don't have an issue with these at all. Okay, we're going to read for the stag, and then maybe we'll just take a look at communication here. Okay. So there's the stag. It's number 17. So we're just going to flip to, oh, look at that. Pride and leadership. When the stag appears on your path, he tells you to take pride in all that you do. Be the leader and hold your head high, and others will follow by your example. Ask yourself these questions. Am I following my highest path? Am I acting in integrity and doing the best I can? Or am I held back by the kind of pride that cuts me off from life through arrogance, or its reverse, low self-esteem? The stag asks you to be a leader, be proactive with the highest intentions, and to always ask, what is the highest good for all? Arrogance and its reverse are both places of alienation and ways to avoid responsibility and accountability. The stag leads you out of both difficult places into the kind of pride that reminds you that you're always in service to the God, goddess in every step you take. You may already be there, in which case you should be proud and happy. Look how far you've come. Rejoice, for the stag always leads you to a higher place with a sure and steady footing. All right, and then we will read real fast for communication. Are you clear and straightforward when you communicate with others? Do you have difficulty asking for what you need? This marker reminds you of many things related to how you speak to the world and how it speaks to you. It asks you to be clear and to seek clarity in all communications between yourself and others in your life. Perhaps you need to call someone or write a letter. Do you need to connect with someone you haven't talked to in a while? Do you need to clarify something that remains cloudy between you and another? Drawing this marker indicates that it's timely to do so, for communication at this moment is highlighted in all areas of your life. This card notes that communication is not just between human beings. Your spirit guides, angels, and other helpers on your path are always trying to get your attention. Are you open to their messages? Ask and you will know. Look and you will see. Listen and you will hear. Sense and you will feel. Communication is not just about talking at someone or something. In Avalon, the sacred wisdom was gained by developing receptivity and learning to listen. All right. So that is the Wisdom of Avalon. I really love the theme. I really don't have anything much to complain about this deck. There was diversity, like I said. You guys know, that's the main thing that I always look for in every single deck. And, you know, it's representation. It matters. Inclusivity matters. I'm glad that it was in this deck, because typically the Wisdom of Avalon or any type of Avalon deck or anything themed that way doesn't seem to really be inclusive in diversity. So that was great to see. The price point is awesome. I have no problem with $18.99 for this deck, especially with the foiling, the information you get, and the fact that it's 52 cards. There is a little bit of a sheen to it. There's like, I'll call it semi-gloss. So, you know, it's still glossy, but it's not terrible. And again, it's just a nitpicky thing for me, just because I don't like having the light glare, but that's just my opinion. It's not going to stop me from loving the cards, though. It also acts as a protective barrier for the card stock itself. And it has not sticked to... Words come out your mouth, Natasha. They don't stick to each other. Terrible. When I first got them, the foiling didn't stick to each other. It was perfect to separate, so I didn't have an issue with that either. So let me know what you think about this deck in the comments below. Is it something that you own already? Is it something that you haven't heard of before? Is it now on your wish list? What do you like? What don't you like about it? I'm super curious as always. I love hearing your thoughts and opinions down there. And don't forget to take a look at my Patreon. The link will be down in the description box. That's just another way that you can support this channel, and it would really mean a lot. You do get some benefits as well. And as always, thank you so much to everyone hanging out with me, spending your time with me. I really appreciate each and every one of you. You mean the world to me. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And that being said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of this video. That way you'll never miss an upload from me. Thanks so much again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.